Hello, Tricky Girl Gaming. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's having a great day when they finally arrive. Actually, yeah. Okay. I'll explain more when more people get here, chat. I'm gonna leak your face. Oh God. I you already have in the Discord. Oh no. My face. My face leaks, chat, in the Discord trust. A cardboard cube of Chris. I'm not Minecraft Chris. So yeah, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be fighting Mad Mew Mew. In the meantime. Oh God, why does this have to be so awkward? Alright. Hold up. I gotta solo Mad Mew Mew first. And that will be good. Hello, it's Zach. Yeah, peak thumbnail indeed. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day. 7 subs is insane. I'm gonna crash out. Enough! Hello, Rewrite. Welcome to your stream. Over in a great day. We're gonna beat Mad Mew Mew first, because I failed you yesterday on my stream. There we go. I have 7 subs. The collab would be crazy. We're talking about subs away before I reach 1K. Subs away before I reach 1K. Oh, I'm about to crash out. I'm gonna dig like teeth first into this Fury. Hello, Divine Dust Sands. Oh yeah. Hello, Astro. Yeah, we're gonna. Sorry, I was waiting for people to get over here. Sorry, Astro. I was just waiting for people to get here. And plus, I gotta do this anyways. I'm not gonna show the video for like copyright reasons. Y'all should just check out yourselves. It only came out like an hour ago. I would recommend checking it out. It does have some good points, I'll give it that. But I feel like some of those good points were just stuff we already knew. Or people were aware of. I feel so Sigma, same Dapran. And plus I just forgot to beat the secret switch boss. Fuck. Flipper Dipper game. I love this boss. But like, I still gotta beat it. We saw what happened if I like try to betray killing. Yesterday. Oh yeah, I'll help you, Dap. Yeah, or L Brown, yeah, you can help me. Also, welcome to stream. Hope everyone's having a great day. This feels a banger, by the way. Oh yeah, I know, Astro. I just want people to check it out anyways. I don't want to like show the video. Plus, I'm too lazy to like deal with all the full screen and stuff. We'll also make it so I can read chat. I don't know. I'm just kind of lazy right now. I'm tired. I just got from tennis practice and I played a little bit of pickleball with a teacher and a friend and their mom. Okay, there we go. Don't worry, we got you, Mew Mew. Mad Mew Mew. Mad Mew Mew's Madly Mew and is an actual line written by Toby Fox. Yeah, her game fear is insane. Yeah, we'll debunk Cible's or CibleGD. Should I do a stream? Probably. Where are you gonna be streaming though? Yeah, do whatever, Astro. Do what you want. I don't know what other people should do. I'm bad at deciding that. Alright. Yeah, cool hat. Yeah, this mod adds a little stuff. Alright. I'm gonna get my serious face on, chat. We're gonna break out the ghost here. So yeah, we'll have the ghost right here. I think they'll stay with me. So yeah, break up my serious face. We got the hat on. So yeah, I'm gonna play the audio. And I'll turn down the Undertale audio real quick for y'all. There we go, that's better. Friska sitting down. Alright. Okay. So yeah, disclaimer. Because I think this is very important to have when talking about other people's videos. Okay. So yeah, CibleGD, I have the link to their video in the description. This is made by them, it's owned by them, it's a good... I don't know. Yeah, it's not a good theory, but we'll get into that later. It's a well-made video though, I'll give them that. It's really well edited. It's really well edited. And why can't I speak? They did spend like 2 years on it. Speaking's hard, it's probably why it took 2 years. I can barely speak myself. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty well edited video, and I'm not going to show any of the video, just play the audio for chat and react to each of it. So, yeah, I'll be locking in on this theory, and then after I watch it, we'll discuss it. So I'll play like a minute of it and discuss that certain part. Alright? I think that's how we will pace this.
Deltarune Chapter 3 is less than a year away, and while the next 2 chapters might not reveal everything we want to know about the game, I have done extensive research into almost every detail of Chapters 1 and 2. I've studied the lore of Undertale for hours, and after all this work, I believe I've solved the insane reveals of the game with only 2 chapters in.
Okay. That's a good intro. Gets me intrigued. Well, it's not a video critique. It's a great video. It's a great made video. But like, yeah. We're just talking about the points I make, about the theories.
Will cover answers for the Dark Worlds, our beloved friend Rouse, and how Undertale's story is inevitably going to tie into Deltarune's. It just might not be in the way you think. Hell, I've even studied the Legends of Localization book that Toby released years ago to come up with this theory. So while I may not have all the answers, I've hammered away at this game's lore for 2 years, and I might have a concrete answer to some dying questions the fans have. So welcome everyone to my first theory in well over 2 years, the Deltarune corpse theory. It's pretty obvious now.
Okay, so now we're into the actual video. Okay.
Now that Rouse is somehow tied into Asriel. In case you've been living under a rock, if you look at both Rouse and Asriel, both are clearly meant to look very similar.
Yes, there are clearly made connections between Asriel and Rouse.
Similar to each other. The only major difference is that Rouse looks older than Asriel.
Well, yeah, and also their design, and also Rouse has horns while Asriel doesn't. So yeah, I guess that is an older. They do look older, like maybe like preteen Asriel. That's like as old as I'd put it for Rouse. Like maybe, but I don't buy the whole Asriel's Rouse bullcrap, but yeah.
Clearly stated that Asriel is off to college in Deltarune, so Rouse looking older is done simply to reflect Asriel being in college. Another thing is that Rouse and Asriel are anagrams of each other, and
yes, they are anagrams of each other, that is correct.
This isn't a coincidence, because Rouse was conceptualized first as the name Rouse, but the letter I was added onto the end to be an anagram of the word Asriel. Now this is all common knowledge, but I have to state all of this anyway because everyone's next question is obviously going to be, what is their connection other than looking alike and having an anagram of their name?
Well, okay, I'll put in my own theories. I'll chip my I'll chip the theories that I believe in at this part right here for the connections between Asriel and Rouse. Oh god, actually, that's a whole rabbit hole of its own. But yeah. So, what's it called? I don't know, actually. Okay, we'll just go deeper in. There is a theory that Rousey's like the headband that Toriel gave Chris, which I personally prefer. That just Chris carries around on him still. Or something like that, because Chris gave Toriel gave Chris a headband to make Chris fit in with like the horns, so that Chris could have horns like the rest of his family. So that's why I think, yeah, that's what I think Rouse is. That's like his Light World counterpart, is the horns right there. So that makes the most sense to me. And so like Rouse is like what Chris would imagine himself as a member of the Dreamer family, but then eventually like grown out of that. So that's why he's like uncomfortable around Rouse. Like if you look deeper in the story of Deltarune, like Rouse makes Chris very uncomfortable. If you go with like Tfue and stuff like that. And also just like playing the game. And Chris just like, I don't know. There's stuff to back that up for the headband theory for Rouse. Which I personally believe over the whole Asriel's Rouse theory.
What if I told you it all has to do with Dark Worlds and the concept of determination? If you haven't played Undertale in a while, let me give you a little refresher as to how determination works as well as how monsters function in the game. When a monster dies, they turn to dust. That's a pretty prevalent concept throughout the entire game. According to the books in the library, or library, in Undertale, monster funerals are cool because once a monster turns to dust, their dust is spread across an object that they loved in their life. It's said that the monster's essence gets to live on in that object.
Yes, that is true, but I feel like this sphere is more interesting if we go into, what's it called? If we go into the Gerson and Alvin stuff. So, like, the whole, the cremation, or, like, monsters, like... Because monsters in Deltarune have more physical bodies, so we can assume that they get, like, cremated instead of having dust. Because in Deltarune, they don't turn into dust. Their bodies are way more physical. That's how they're able to hold determination, unlike in, Undertale. Because in Deltarune, there's no magic in the light world. There's no magic in the light world in Deltarune. But in Undertale, there is. So, that's why monsters are made out of dust in Undertale. But there's no magic in Deltarune, so they can't even, like, exist. Like, monsters cannot exist in... Like, they can't be made out of dust and magic like they are in Undertale. So, monsters in, Deltarune have more physical bodies. That's how they're able to hold determination stuff and exist without magic. So yeah, and about Alvin and Gerson, what's it called? Yeah, Alvin and Gerson. So yeah, Gerson is the turtle shopkeeper in Undertale. You can find him in Waterfall, like the little old turtle dude. And he's dead in Deltarune. He's dead. He's just completely dead. And Alvin is his son. He's the guy at the church if you go talk to him. And we can assume, well yeah, it's shown that it's shown in the game that Gerson's favorite item was his hammer that he wielded, and that Alvin used Gerson's hammer for something he shouldn't have. So I feel like that's a more interesting thing for like a darkener that's made out of an item with a lightner's dust covered in it, or cremated corpse in this case. 'Cause I don't think Deltarune monsters smell into dust in Deltarune. Okay, I'm gonna go back to chat real quick. Why should you use the pop sound effect? The Vacuold song's insane. Up there was a Debunking video for your Debunking video. Hope it sparks a decade-long series of Debunking. True stream guy. Crumpets and biscuits. Why don't you use the sound effects in your live? Because I don't have a soundboard ready. Gerson is 4. Yes. This makes no sense. My yapping makes no sense unless you have like basic like understanding on the common Deltarune theories. Okay, yeah, let's continue with the video.
This concept gets revisited later with Flowey's backstory. When Asriel died after merging with Kara, his dust was spread across the flowers in Asgore's throne room.
True. That's how the plot of Undertale is.
This meant that Asriel's essence was now tied to those flowers.
Oh yeah.
Later, Alphys injected determination into one of those plants, granting it the will to live. Because Asriel's dust was present on this flower as well, he was reincarnated within it and began calling himself Flowey. According to Undertale,
yeah, so we've already created a difference because he's trying to compare. Fuck. I don't know. He's trying to compare Flowey to Rousey, but like that just wouldn't make sense. He's trying to make, like, he's trying to say that they're both a reincarnation of Asriel, which just wouldn't make sense to like any extent of the imagination. Cause like. Flowey remembers. Flowey has all of his memories. And then some, of course. Like, Flowey still remembers his childhood. But Rousey doesn't. Like, if Rousey remembered, he would have shown you. Because unlike in Undertale, yeah, we're just a random dude, Frisk. But like, in Deltarune, we're literally like Asriel's brother. We're Chris. We are Asriel's brother. Like, yeah. Like, wouldn't Rousey recognize us or something like that? If he was a reincarnation with the memories, or maybe plot amnesia for whatever, which, I don't know. I don't think Toby would do that.
Determination is what causes humans to have their souls persist after death. It's their will to live and their drive to change fate. Humans naturally have very high concentrations of it, but people tend to gloss over the fact that monsters have it too. Well,
That's
yes,
correct.
It's true that if a monster has too high determination, it just wouldn't survive. As evident by Undyne, we can see that if a monster gets too determined enough, its body will begin to melt.
That's a bad example of it. Like, bad example of monsters having too much determination, their bodies would melt. Honestly, so is we just kill them, and then their bodies started melting. I don't know. Like, I always thought just that being like injury, but I guess it kind of ties into determination. A better example of monsters melting because of determination would be the amalgamates. That feels like a way more natural example. So I'm not really debunking this, or like this statement. But yeah, I just think they could have used a better example right there for the determination melting thing.
Which is exactly what we see in the true laboratory. However...
Okay, they do. Sorry, Chat, I'm sorry. True lab, yeah. What do you gotta call it the true laboratory? Or true laboratory? Why do you gotta call it the laboratory? What the hell? Come on, it's called true lab. Sorry.
This doesn't mean they don't have determination. While yes, Undyne did melt if she got too determined, she was able to drive that determination from herself.
That's
now
correct.
Now that you're refreshed on some Undertale lore, let's discuss how that concept all ties into Deltarune. According to the Steam page of Deltarune, Deltarune is meant to be Undertale's parallel story.
Yeah, like, I don't know why some people think that Deltarune's completely different when it literally says it in the Steam page. And when you boot up the game on, like, Switch or something, like, when you boot the game up on Switch, it will, like, link you to the Undertale in the eShop, so you can buy it if you haven't already. Or probably on other consoles, too. So, like, yeah, okay, good point, Cybles.
However, looking at these two games from the first glance, they're fundamentally different and seem to be doing two different stories entirely. Well, I'm willing to bet that this sentence on the Steam page isn't actually that far from the truth. In Chapter 1 of Deltarune, Dark Worlds were introduced as dimensions formed by dark fountains. This explains how these tiny schoolrooms were able to fit an entire castle, among other things such as a big-ass forest. According to the legend itself, dark fountains are what give the Dark Worlds form. Darkness spring up from the fountains after the worlds are ready to be populated. If you pay attention, not only are these worlds incredibly similar to the light world, but even their inhabitants look identical to everyday objects.
Yeah, Dark Worlds are sort of like dreams in that fact. Like, yeah, like they reflect off the light world from the darkeners inside of them. The darkeners inside of them determine the light world, which sort of kind of like the darkeners inside the light world determine how the dark world works, or inside the dark world. Yeah. That goes really well with universal mother theory, which is a good theory.
So, how does this work? How can an object that wasn't alive all of a sudden gain the will to live?
Oh my god.
I mean, we've never seen this before, right? Right. Oh, Toby, you're a genius. At the end of Deltarune Chapter 2, we gain some insight about how dark fountains are formed. According to Queen, if someone has enough determination, they can open up a dark fountain and allow a dark world to form.
That is correct.
Means that dark fountains are just that, the rawest form of determination possible. Everything and everyone in the dark world now exists purely from the determination coming from the dark fountain. While it's true that monsters have less determination than humans, at the end of the day, they still have naturally producing determination. Darkners don't naturally produce determination. Their determination is being consistently absorbed from the dark fountain that a lightner had to open. This begs the next question. If it's true that darkners are everyday objects gaining the will to live through determination, what the is Rousey?
Well, like, what light world qualities does Rousey have? Like, it's never really his light world qualities don't really, like, his lightner qualities aren't really shown, but hopefully they show on this.
Well, this is where it all comes full circle. Considering the fact that Deltarune is Undertale's parallel story, let's take a look at Azriel's role in Undertale. He died and got reincarnated as a totally new being before the player fell into the Undertale.
Yeah, because Rousey's also not Rousey, fuck. Azriel is just a Christ analogy, if you think about it hard enough.
ground. So if we use this plot and apply it to Deltarune, oh my god, it's the same goddamn story. Ralsei is never labeled as a Darkner, and directly he's not labeled as a Lightner either.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, he's the Prince of Dark. No, isn't it literally like he's a Darkener in the legend? Or wait, no, he's the Prince of Dark in the legend. I'm tripping.
The only thing that Ralsei is consistently referred to as is a Dark Prince. So either way, it's implied that Ralsei
Okay, yeah, Dark Prince
is in this weird middle ground. He's a Darkner, but not a Darkner.
Maybe.
And he's a Lightner, but not a Lightner.
But like, how is he a Lightner though? I don't really understood that. I'm gonna chat with chat real quick. But yeah, who says laboratory like that? Or laboratory. The Dark World Fountain of Chris will basically be hard mode Dark World. Rosie's called a creature from the dark or something in the menu. Read menus of Undertale again. Got it. I'm pretty sure Darkner. Like, chat, is there like any like evidence to like Rousey having light world qualities? I legit just think that Chris has. I legit just think that Rousey is like the headbands, and that just Chris is like still holding on to them. And like Chris has still been holding on to them. Or he like drew them in the closet or something. I don't know actually. Or Rousey just has like Dark World methods that we don't know about that. Yeah, he can also just use magic, so. Like later in the game, you could show us like a. I don't know. I don't know actually. Let me continue the video.
This is because he's the reincarnation of Asriel's corpse, also known as his dust. At the beginning of the game, Asriel is set up to be in college and then return home from college at the end of the week.
Because he is in college.
Obviously, that statement alone would throw a whole wrench into the theory that Ralsei is just a reanimated Asriel corpse, but this line here could easily be put in to just throw us off. This is just how Toby likes to tell his stories. I mean, just look at the word determination. It wasn't mentioned until the end of chapter 2, and hell, Asriel's name wasn't mentioned in Undertale until damn near the end of the game. If Deltarune's story—
Okay, yeah, well you're saying that the whole college thing is a red herring. I don't think he would do that, honestly. I don't think that Toby would do that. I don't know. Just seems like a lazy way to make a red herring. Which I think Rousey's connection to Asriel just a red herring. I legitimately think that. I legitimately think that there's just red herring to the whole Gerson and Alvin shit that's going on. That's pretty similar to this.
Story parallels Undertale's, it would make sense for Asriel to die, his dust to spread across something, and once a dark fountain has opened up, it allowed Ralsei to gain the will to live.
I like how he used a pencil there. I don't know why. Because I just watched like a short earlier talking about how the pencils became swords in the Dark World.
And the parallels go even deeper than that. At the end of the Spamton Neo fight in chapter 2, Ralsei tries to make us believe that the entire fight didn't have any meaning to it.
The whole Spamton Neo fight isn't a thing related to the it's not supposed to be related to the Rousey shit. It's supposed to be related to the Chris shit, that's going on. Like the whole Chris being controlled by the player.
This has led fans to believe that Ralsei is secretly evil and he's trying to make us forget important details.
Or that he's trying to comfort Chris somehow.
But I don't believe that's necessarily the case.
Yeah,
if we look at Deltarune's narrative from the perspective that it's Undertale's parallel story, it can tell us a lot about Ralsei other than just him being another reincarnation of Asriel. Let's assess the character of Ralsei. When we first met Ralsei, it was expressed heavily that he didn't have any friends. I mean, in his stat menu, it was quite literally stated that he was named the Lonely Prince.
Okay, but if he was a reincarnation of said Asriel, then wouldn't it be like an easy way to make friends if he just like by recognizing his brother and trying to reunite with him and not just being like some creepy reincarnation of him? Because if you're saying like a reincarnation, then they have to have like the memories. That's how it worked with Flowey and Carr to an extent.
Since Rousey is bound strictly to dark fountains, he can't leave to go into the light world. He's essentially
Then why did you say he was a lightener earlier? Okay, I might just be missing something, but like, alright.
trapped inside a world where he doesn't have any subjects and nobody to really talk to. By the end of chapter 1, Rousey joined Chris and Susie to go on this epic adventure, and slowly all three of them became the bestest friends possible. It's really good character development. This story is almost identical to Flowey's story in Undertale. The only difference is the context. When Asriel woke up as Flowey after being injected with determination, he had lost the ability to feel love from anyone. He tried making friends with everyone in the underground, but no matter what he did, he felt lonely. He couldn't feel love anymore. When he finally met up with Toriel, he thought that her, of all people, could make him feel something again. And as we all know, Toriel's love too had failed. It wasn't until the very end of the game, once Flowey absorbed every single soul in the underground, that he finally was able to feel emotion again. This is why he didn't want you to get past him.
So yeah, if he was a reincarnation, then why is Rousey able to feel more stuff then? Like, big difference there. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. Feels like too much of a reach here with this theory.
If you did, you would, quote, win the game. He wants you to keep playing with him forever, for all eternity, just so he can have someone to play with. Applying this narrative philosophy from Flowey and Undertale to Rousey and Deltarune, Rousey would very likely have a similar ideology. He had literally nobody before Chris and Susie showed up. In chapter 2, it was expressed on Rousey's stat menu.
Winning the traitor.
Oh my god, why do you have to add? I do not need a fucking peacock ad, bro. Game.
That he actually has friends now. And it's true, which is also why at the end of the Spamton Neophyte, he doesn't want you to connect the dots and view it as important.
Connect the dots to what? That Chris is a fucking walking puppet? Oh my god. He was comforted, Chris. He wasn't trying to like hide anything relating to him. Which I don't think, yeah, that wasn't what the scene was going for.
Because if you do, you'll have to stop being friends with him. After all, according to Flowey, once you beat the game, who will you play with anymore?
I mean, I don't think Rousey gives a shit. For Chris is, I don't know. I don't think Rousey, okay, I don't know. Maybe Rousey does. Or, I don't know. Actually, I retract that statement. I'm sorry, Rousey does give a shit. That was a, sorry.
However, there's
what was I trying to say here? Let me
to connect the dots and view it as important. Because if you do, you'll have to stop being friends with him. After all, according to Flowey, once you beat the game, who will you play with anymore?
I don't think Rousey's like that, honestly. Bro waited a good bro waited a good 3 years for that chapter too. I don't think it's like that. I don't think they're going for like that same meta story for Flowey and Rousey. I don't think they're going with that. Deltarune's story is more about like escapism. If like we're going for like the underlying themes there.
However, there's still a lingering question. If Asriel's dead, how did he die in the first place?
Yeah, okay, answer this. Do they answer this? Oh no, I gotta look.
In college!
Yeah, exactly.
Using the knowledge of how determination works in the Legends of Localization book, we can make some pretty educated guesses. In Deltarune Chapter 2, it was expressed that Darkners can only live in their respective dark worlds. If a Darkner from the unused classroom in Chapter 1 goes to the computer lab dark world, they will turn to stone. However, Darkners don't turn into stone once they arrive in the dark world in the school closet. Rousey explains that this is because the dark world in the school closet is made out of, quote, pure darkness.
Yeah.
However, have you ever wondered what exactly is pure darkness? Well, let's make some educated guesses based on how determination works in this franchise. At the end of the Undertale genocide route, Flowey reveals more of his backstory. In his backstory, he expresses that he discovered he had the ability to save and load files once he brought himself to the edge of death. It wasn't until we fell into the underground that Flowey had lost this ability. According to Flowey, it was because our determination was much higher than his.
Correct.
This also gives us an explanation as to why the humans that fell before us couldn't use the save and load feature.
No, okay, this is where you're going into fanning too much here. This is where you're going too much to like fanning. I'll replay that again for chat.
This also gives us an explanation as to why the humans that fell before us couldn't use the save and load feature.
It's explicitly shown to us that they were able to. Okay, not explicitly. That's a little too harsh. It's told to us in Undertale that the other souls were able to save and load. Fly was just created after. Fly was created after all the 6 souls fell, probably. Because we're like, yeah, Flyway never talks about like encountering any other humans. And also, Toriel and Asgore both like, Toriel and Asgore both show signs of having been like, what's it called? Yeah, of having like encountered humans, and like have experienced like cases of them saving and loading before. So that's some misinfo right there. Cause yeah, the other 6 humans were able to save. Fly was just created after them.
Was because Flowey had higher determination. And to set this all in stone, in the Legends of Localization book, it tells you up front that only the being with the highest amount of determination has the ability to access the save
That's
mode
correct,
feature.
though.
Going back to Deltarune, there's something peculiar going on in the light world. Yeah, there's no goddamn save points. I thought this was an oversight when I
Okay, this is where I feel so bad for them. This is where I feel so bad for them right now. Okay, I'll just play it. This is so funny.
played chapter 1 because the last save point is before the king boss, and I wanted to talk to all the NPCs, but I couldn't save because there just wasn't a save point. Luckily, Toby proved us that this wasn't an oversight, but a feature in the game. It's not a bug, it's a feature. In chapter 2, after you beat the final boss, the game allows you to save again, but only in the dark world. So why can't we save in the light world? Well, let's take the word world
This is
literally
so
in this context.
sad.
If the light world and the dark world are 2 separate worlds, this means that we can save in the dark world.
This is
because
so funny.
We are the being with the highest amount of determination.
Toby, after this science, you add save points to the Light World Chapter 4. I feel so bad right now. Cause yeah, Toby like just announced like a week ago that he was adding Light World save points to Chapter 4. Yeah.
Determination in that world. I mean, there's dialogue in chapter 1 stating that you can only see the light, implying that only you can see the save point.
Correct.
Which would make sense because Chris is the only human in the dark world, and thus they should have the highest amount of determination. But we can't save in the light world because someone else has higher determination than us. And I'm betting that person is very likely the knight that the game has been hyping up since chapter 1. Let's go back to chapter 1's Dark Fountain. According to Rousey, chapter 1's fountain in the unused classroom was created extremely recently in comparison to the Dark Fountain in the school closet. Chom even confirms this, as they claim that their land used to be really peaceful until the knight had recently appeared and put the king and his son into power. Either way, it's expressed clearly that the Dark Fountain in the school closet had been there for a while, and the ones popping up are definitely new. After all, the one in the computer lab had appeared overnight, as in chapter 1, it definitely wasn't there. This can allow us to reach a conclusion about the first Dark Fountain in the school closet. This Dark Fountain is made up of pure darkness because the person who has the highest determination in the light world was the one to open that Dark Fountain. Wherever it was also very likely the one to kill Azrael, as
What?
Rousey seemed to be brought forth from that specific Dark Fountain.
Why would Azrael, who went off to college, be murdered in the school closet that he doesn't even go to anymore? Why?
The other Dark Fountains aren't made up of pure darkness, because assuming that Chris was the one who opened the recent ones up, they don't have enough determination to open a fountain with pure darkness. Or it could also be very likely that I have this backwards in that Chris...
Okay, I don't even go. Okay. Yeah, they went into like a whole rant about like the knight and shit, or like the Dark Fountains, and didn't just say, oh, the knight killed them. I don't really see what that whole rant was going for near the end.
Was actually the one who opened up the first Dark Fountain and killed Azrael, and the Dark Fountains are a result of the night. What do you take me for? We're only 2 chapters in. Obviously, there's stuff that isn't explained yet, so trying to solve it all is near impossible. Ah!
Okay, I feel like you failed to wrap up the video. I don't know, I just felt like I didn't get wrapped up. Like, I don't know, you were just saying that, like, okay. I really don't like the video's ending, honestly. Compared to, like, the, intro. Because it went, like, so, like, their last point was about, like, oh, how did Azrael die? But, like, it just went on some rambling and then said, oh, the knight killed him. And I don't know shit about the knight. Goodbye, chat. That's what I kind of, like, felt like. Oh yeah, and that's the end of the video, by the way. If you want to watch it yourself, so I would highly recommend it. Yeah, the yell then is crazy. Can I refund my 10 minutes of Cible's? Yeah, it was like a Deltarune brain rot channel is crazy. Alright, chat, what are your what are your thoughts? Sorry, just focus on the video, not really read chat that much. Yeah, if you want, I have the video link in the description, like I said earlier. Gaster did everything. I'm gonna crash out, Elon said. No, he did not. Gaster did not do everything. I hate that theory. Alright, bye, Dapperino. We had a good stream. See ya. Gaster's Azure. I'm gonna crash out on everyone here. Alright. Clover's W. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. Their theory? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of grass match straws on the whole. I don't know. Yeah, I did not like that theory. It just felt like it was. I don't know. It didn't feel that focused. Get Sibbles in here is crazy. Crispy chill? What chill about what? I've been very okay. I know I can raise my tone sometimes, but I've been very I think I've been very appropriate when handling this. Unless you came like midway through. Or like during my rants. Yeah, Cybils uses she/her. Yeah. Did I accidentally like misdo it? I apologize if I did. I'm sorry, chat. Absolute Cinema star low in my Discord. That's a crazy sticker. How's he use machine gun? After hearing that fear reminds me of this gift. This video is Roland missing the dunk! Oh god, where's my Discord? Came here late by a lot. Got it. Okay, I think I'm done debunking that theory. God, what the voice crack? Okay. Yeah, dude. I debunked the video. It's not even like, oh yeah, it's only like 2 hours out. It's only been out for like 2 hours. Like, come on. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job debunking that. From like what we know. Yeah, then Toby announced safe once in chapters 3/4, yeah. Does who know me? Are we gonna continue playing or not? I'm gonna end stream and then I'm gonna continue playing. Cause I felt, yeah, so I'm gonna end stream here and then I'm gonna redo my stream. Like I'm gonna start stream like right after. What are your signs in the background? I don't know. Probably near my house. Gaster wingbang real. What the fuck is a kilometer? Alright, bye chat. See ya. I'm gonna start a new stream right after this and we're gonna continue playing Undertale Yellow. See ya.